Watch how I generate over $640,000 in profit and over $3,600 a month in positive cash flow from this deal right behind me. Does it sound too good to be true? Well, I'm going to walk you through step by step how I'm going to do this project behind me. Now, this is a masterclass in property development. Now let's get right into it. I found this property in the Sunshine Coast. Now it's a big block. It's 1,366 square meters with a house right in the middle of the property. This house is a 4-bedroom house and it's getting around $550 a week for rent. Our plan is to subdivide this block into 2 lots and have 1 block newly created out the back. With the subdivision almost complete, now my job is to build a rooming house in the back of this development. The rooming house is a particularly large house and it's made up of 5 separate 1-bedroom apartments. All of the mini apartments have a lounge room, a bedroom, a kitchenette and an ensuite. In addition to the 1-bedroom apartments, all residents will have access to the communal kitchen and communal laundry. So here's the maths behind my rooming house. Now, it's going to cost me around $700,000 to build the rooming house out the back, but it will give me 5 1-bedroom apartments, each going to be rented at over $400 a week, which is $2,000 a week in income. So here's the overall summary. I purchased the property, everything together, for $540,000 back in November last year. We spent around $80,000 on the subdivision and we're going to build the rooming house for around $700,000. That takes my total investment to $1.32 million. Now, from real estate reports, we've had the front house valued on a smaller block and our agents tell us that it's worth $660. The market has risen substantially because we timed it exactly right. The rooming house, however, at the back should be valued at anywhere between $1.3 and $1.5 million. This means that the total valuation should be around $1.96 million completed. But the good news doesn't stop there. Anyone that knows me quite well knows that I'm not into negatively geared properties. I'm all about producing cash flow to be able to fund my next projects. And this is where all of the amateur property developers and property investors get it wrong all of the time. Now have a look at the cash flow in this particular investment. Interest on our total investment should be around $6,600 a month. The rent from the current dwelling and the back house should be around $10,200 a month. That gives us a positive cash flow of around $3,600 a month. Positive cash flow is the lifeblood of professional property investors, and this property behind me has it in spades. Once this project is completed later on this year, I'm going to have 3 very important decisions to make. Option number 1 means that I can keep both of these properties and have positive cash flow coming in month after month after month. Under this option, what it means is that I can go ahead and get these 2 properties revalued and I can withdraw that equity and I can use that money to go and do my next development. The big advantage to that particular option is that houses in this particular area of the Sunshine Coast are absolutely booming, out of control. In the last 12 months, property prices here in this particular area have gone up by a minimum of 10%. Southeast Queensland is absolutely booming and it's set to continue. So holding on to these 2 properties is going to generate me even more money going forward. And of course, I just get them revalued at the higher amounts and then you use that equity to be able to go and buy more development projects. I put my money into assets. Those assets make money. I take that money out and I put into more assets, and those assets make money and I take that money out, and so on and so forth. Option 2 with this property is that I could sell the front house and I could keep the back. In this option, we want to extract some cash to use to fund other projects. And as I said, the project to the front should sell for around $660,000. That leaves a remaining debt on the property of $660,000. Now, repayments on $660,000 are around $3,000 a month. The rent from the rooming house is around $8,000 a month. And that leaves me with $4,700 a month in cash flow. This would lower my debt and it would keep the property at a highly geared positive cash flow rate so that I could keep the rooming house at the back on a lower debt and a higher income in a rising market, which of course will be valued more in the coming years. And then out of the equity that I've created, I can use that to fund more development projects. And now option 3 is something completely different. I could sell the 2 properties and I could realize around about $640,000 in profit. So which one would I go for? I'm going for option 1, where I can hold both properties and still come out well in front. When you have a positive cash flow property, it becomes a very easy decision. The growth in the surrounding areas, it's too strong to ignore. So the positive cash flow makes it very easy to hold. Now, I'm not suggesting that development like this is easy. And I review thousands and thousands of properties all over Australia to find deals like this one. And they're very hard to find. But if you know what to look for and you focus on really good fundamentals like growth and cash flow, then you can do extremely well. I've got another 4 projects that I'm researching in this particular area, and all of them have amazing results. If you want to get involved in a property like this, you need to talk to us.